He is 41 years old. He has scored more international goals than any human being who has ever lived. He has won 5 Ballon d'Ors, 5 Champions Leagues, and league titles in 4 different countries. And yet right now, in June 2026, he is not satisfied. Because there is one trophy, just one, that has always been missing, and this summer is his very last chance to get it. Subscribe to Everything Football. We are covering every story, every moment, and every emotion of the 2026 World Cup. February 5th, 1985, Madeira, Portugal, a small volcanic island, far from the football academies of Europe, far from the money, the scouts, and the spotlight. Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro was born into a family with almost nothing. His father, Jose, worked as a gardener and a kitman at a local football club. His mother, Dolores, cleaned and cooked to keep 4 children fed. They all shared a room in a small tin-roofed house. His father struggled with alcoholism his entire life, a battle he eventually lost, dying of liver failure in 2005, just as his son was becoming famous. Ronaldo has spoken about that grief publicly many times. He never truly got to see what his son became. But as a boy, it was his father who first put a ball at his feet. And from that moment, Cristiano Ronaldo chased it like his life depended on it, because in many ways it did. At just 12 years old, Sporting CP came calling. They had seen enough. A 3-day trial, a £1,500 signing fee, and a boy boarded a plane from Madeira to Lisbon alone, leaving everything he had ever known. In Lisbon, the other academy boys mocked his island accent. They called him names. He was an outsider in a strange city, crying himself to sleep, far from his family. He earned his nickname at that time, Cry Baby. But here is what made Cristiano Ronaldo different from every other child who cried themselves to sleep in a football academy. He turned every tear into a reason to train harder. At 15 years old, just as his talent was beginning to show, doctors made a devastating discovery. Ronaldo had tachycardia, a heart condition causing his heart to race dangerously fast even at rest. During physical activity, the risk was serious. Surgery was required. For most teenagers, that news alone would be enough to give up, to go home, to accept that football was not meant to be. Ronaldo had the surgery, a laser procedure to correct his cardiac pathways. He was discharged from hospital within hours, and within days he was back on the training pitch. His coach at the time reportedly couldn't believe it. That heart surgery didn't slow Cristiano Ronaldo down. It made him run faster. By 17, he was in Sporting's first team. By 18, he delivered a performance so breathtaking in a pre-season friendly against Manchester United that their players spent halftime begging Sir Alex Ferguson to sign him. Ferguson didn't hesitate. The boy from the tin-roofed house in Madeira was going to Old Trafford. What happened next is the stuff of legend. Manchester United, Real Madrid, Juventus, 5 Ballon d'Ors, 5 Champions League titles, over 900 career goals, the most ever recorded by any footballer in history. He became the all-time leading scorer for the Portuguese national team, 143 goals in 226 appearances, both records that no other player in men's international football has ever come close to. He is also the only male player in history to have scored at 5 separate World Cups. 5 World Cups, goals at every single one, and yet not one World Cup winner's medal. In Qatar 2022, Portugal were knocked out in the quarter-finals by Morocco. Ronaldo, controversially dropped to the bench by his coach, walked off that pitch in tears. The images went around the world. Many people said that's it. That was his last World Cup. The fairy tale is over. Cristiano Ronaldo had other ideas. In the 2025-26 season, at 41 years old, Cristiano Ronaldo scored 26 goals in 30 league appearances for Al Nassr. His last 14 games for club and country produced 13 goals. He turned down offers to play in the Club World Cup this summer, specifically to rest and prepare his body for one thing only: the FIFA World Cup. He was officially named in Portugal's squad on May 19, 2026. Captain, leader. Portugal coach Roberto Martinez has said publicly that Ronaldo is as hungry as ever, that he sees absolutely no signs of slowing down. And the squad around him? Arguably the strongest Portugal has ever assembled. Bruno Fernandes, Bernardo Silva, Rafael Leao, Gonçalo Ramos. This is not a farewell tour. This is a man with everything still to prove, going to war one final time. He himself was asked directly, will 2026 be his last World Cup? His answer was simple: definitely yes. I'm going to be 41 years old. I think it will be the moment, he added. And this is the part that should give you chills, that when the day finally comes to retire, he will probably cry. Because for Cristiano Ronaldo, football is not a job. It is his entire life. from a cramped room in Madeira shared with 3 siblings to the biggest football stage on the planet. From a boy mocked for his accent and crying alone in a strange city to the greatest international goalscorer in the history of the sport. From heart surgery at 15 to 6 World Cup appearances at 41. No player has ever done what Cristiano Ronaldo has done, and no player has ever wanted something this badly for this long. The World Cup final is July 19th at MetLife Stadium, New York. One man will lift that trophy, one nation will become world champions, and somewhere in the crowd or on that pitch, Cristiano Ronaldo will either finally hold the one thing that escaped him his entire career or walk away forever with his head held high. Either way, this is his moment. Subscribe to Everything Football. We are covering every story, every moment, and every emotion of the 2026 World Cup right here. And drop a comment below. Can Ronaldo finally win the World Cup at 41? We'll see you in the next one.